There should be a class on time. A class on time, because no one teaches us about time. No one tells us how much time we have, and we take that time for granted. We have all these dreams, all these aspirations, all these things that we want to capitalize on in our lives, but we don't even sit down and really calculate how much time do you have. Like, my thing is, I've never really calculated time until up into this moment now, and now I know if I work, a 40-hour work week and I sleep 8 hours a day, then I will only have 165 days left for my friends and friends, family, and loved ones, the ones that I choose to spend that time with, the ones that I choose to, just a choice to do what you want to do with your life. And we're all programmed to work towards 65, raise kids, raise a family, and die. And I think if you did the math on time, if there was a class on time, you wouldn't spend that time. You wouldn't work for 65 years. You'd adjust that plan. Like, I've adjusted my plan down. I can't work till I'm 65 for a company. I can't do it. I don't have that kind of time. I want to enjoy my life in such a way. I get one life, one chance, one opportunity to do everything that I want to do. And if I'm going to squeeze all that in, if I'm going to have everything I want, I don't have time to work until I'm 65 and, get my Social Security. Like, I have to come up with a better plan that gets me where I need to go, so that I have the time that I want to spend my life enjoying the ocean and the sun and the shining stars, whatever I decide that gives me joy, that brings me happiness. That is what I need to spend my time on. And I think we don't teach our children time. I think the biggest thing I stress to my daughter is about how much time and urgency and pace. And if you don't have the proper time set for you, you're not going to accomplish your dreams. What do you want to do? So she wants to do these things within a certain time. She has to take advantage of the opportunity within the opportunity. And time's running out all the time. We're always losing time. We're always running out of time. As I speak to you, I'm running out of time. Time is so important, and we have to teach our children and our loved ones about time. Right now we're in the most distracting times ever. Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, everything's going on, and when you literally are watching a story, you're wasting time in your life watching someone else live. And it's so important that you know that. It's so important that someone tells you, hey, look at the time that you really have. Let's calculate. Let's put together a plan on how much time you have to do what you want to do. Some of us are walking around and we're not forgiving loved ones. We're not forgiving ourselves, and we're wasting time not forgiving ourselves, not spending time doing other things that we love to do, not taking advantage of the day that we have, because we think we've got so much time, because we think that time is going to last forever. Time's not lasting forever. And I hope that you have the longest life ever. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that someone should sit down and calculate. You sit down and you figure out all kinds of things. You figure out what concert you're going to go to. You figure out what vacation you're going to take. You should probably figure out how much time you have. Realistically, how much time? There's 24 hours in a day. How much time do I have to do what I want to do and be what I want to be? How much time? And calculate that time effectively and efficiently, especially if you have kids. You have to figure out for them, and you have to teach them time. There's not a time class in high school. No one's teaching our children time. And without us being taught, we don't know. I've told people that same story. I told a guy at work yesterday. I said, you got 165 days. Because when you're sleeping, that don't count. And when you're working, that don't count. So you got 165 days with your friends, family, and loved ones. Do you really have enough time to work until you're 65 and do everything you wanted to do to enjoy your life? There's probably a bucket list. Everyone has one. What are you going to do on that bucket list? How are you going to spend that time? Are you going to spend it fighting? Are you going to spend it loving? Are you going to spend it crying? Are you going to spend it? How are you going to spend it? But make sure you understand how you're going to spend it, and then you spend it that way. But plan it. Plan the time you have necessary. Plan what you got going on so that you can do what you need to do and be realistic about that time. Teach your children, teach everyone. Sit down with a pen and a paper and write down, I want to do this and I want to do that, and calculate the time it's going to take you to get there. Some of us might have already have ran out of time. Some of us are older than others. And when you get down, it might be a sad day for you that you figured out that you don't have enough time to even do anything that you want to do. And some of our dreams are time sensitive. When are you going to be that? When do you want to be that? When do you want to be a doctor? Do you want to be that when you're 50, 60? Because we're telling ourselves every day, we're lying to ourselves every day, saying, I want this and I want this within this time. But if you didn't sit down and write it down, you may be out of time. And you're just telling yourself that lie, and it's unforgivable. You'll never forgive yourself. So be able to understand how much time you have and what's really going on in your life. Sit down, plan, and then tell a friend, because time is running out.